Everybody, I just want to share this little ironic tidbit with you all regarding my dad. As you know, besides serving in the Army, he was also a letter carrier. He retired from the United States Postal Service. And he was a really hard worker. He walked his route, something like a 9-mile route every day. He chose to walk it instead of using the Jeep for delivery. So anyway, I keep getting these the United States Postal Record magazines in the mail. And I just wanted to share this little tidbit with you. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I used to turn toward the back of these magazines and just observe the long list of names that they had listed for in memoriam. It was like a little obituary recognition for fellow postal workers. And I remember being really super grateful that my dad was still alive. I remember being concerned for his health because his job would be very stressful. I remembered hearing him complain about certain encounters he would have, and just really be grateful that he wasn't on one of these lists, and he was able to work all the way to retirement, and that's such a blessing. I remember one particular incident where he was telling of a story where he was delivering the remains of someone and the packaging was not done correctly, and it wound up spilling on him, and he actually had to write people and do some things to actually change the way that ashes or remains of people were delivered. And I know that some people will want to believe this is disrespectful that I'm sharing this with you, but I find it so ironic, and my dad would too. My dad had a great sense of humor, and I like to think I inherited some of that, and I just find this pretty funny and ironic. So I got the notice from the post office that I had a package in the mail, and I thought to myself, well, I wonder if it's my dad's ashes, but I wouldn't know until I got there to pick up whatever this package was. So I go into the post office and ask the ladies there for my package, give my ticket that they had left on my door, and they brought out the box, and this is what I got to pick up, this box. And lo and behold, yes, it is my dad's remains. And the ladies at the desk were kind of nervous and a little timid about me bringing up the fact that I was picking up my dad's remains. But I was able to share with them, the blessings and the irony and things. And the most important thing that obviously I ever want to share about my time with my dad and what I got to witness with his life and death is the fact that he got to know Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior before he departed this earth. That is the first and foremost important detail. But one of the things that I got to share with the ladies at the post office, because they were complaining about how stressful their job is, and I know it is. I remember some of the things that my dad went through. And they're saying it's gotten even worse and everything. But one of the things I got to share with them was the fact that I used to look at this memoriam and be concerned for my dad, but yet thankful he was still alive. And then in the end, he actually really lived a very long life. And the surgeon that performed surgery on my dad for his 5-way bypass almost 20 years ago actually said that the reason my dad was able to have that bypass as successful as it was probably because of the strength that was built in his legs from walking his route all those years. So I was able to get to explain to the ladies that, while they think that this job could potentially actually kill them, that for all they knew, it really could be working for them, to strengthen them. You just never know. And one of the things that me and my dad got to saying toward the end of his life here was that only God says when. And it's true. Only God does say when. And we do need to count our blessings. And you really don't know what kind of adversities we're going through at the time may seem like they're harmful or stressful, but in turn are used actually for our good in many ways. So anyway, I just wanted to share that ironic thing with you that yeah, my dad retired from the United States Postal Service, and then he got delivered back to me. I know he's not really in there. But yes, as part of my closure here in the Mid-Atlantic area, I am going to do the scattering of my dad's remains tomorrow at the Isle of Wight, and I have Rocky's, his dog, his best bud's ashes that I'm going to also scatter, and then I also have the remains of the remains of my mom's. I also have some of her ashes, and I'm going to just scatter them all in memorial tomorrow at the Isle of Wight, hoping for a beautiful day. And if you can come out and be with us, that's awesome. If not, I just really needed to share this ironic thing here about my dad. Anyway, I hope y'all can see it, and I hope you don't think it's too disrespectful, because I think he's probably laughing about it right now. Y'all have a really blessed night, okay?